So, blue-white affinity. Affinity is this keyword here. Affinity for artifacts that cost 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. 2/2 with flying for 7. That draws 2 cards when it comes into play. We got a bunch of cheap artifact Dorkos here down at the bottom end of our curve. We've got Servo, which makes 2 artifact bodies. We've got Tempered Steel and Steel Overseer as ways to pump up all of our various artifacts. We had a couple of treasure vaults and Blinkmoth Nexuses hiding in the mana base. So let's go ahead and pop on into a few games with this. This deck actually felt somewhat reasonable back when Jeskai was a thing with memory lapse. I'm interested to see if it can keep up in the format the way things have changed here today. Do I want Containment Priest in the sideboard still? Probably. That's fine. That card's like fine against Phoenix, right? I guess some rest in pieces are probably a good idea. Maybe Rip's just better than Containment Priest now. For that to start. Yeah, I agree, Navier. If you want to cheat things into playing Historic, you should probably just play Transmogrify. Morning, Partister. Yes, it's affinity with actual cards that have affinity. Looks like we've added over 30 responses this morning already to the sub-survey compared to what it was before I went live. Thanks, everybody, for taking a second to do that. Yep, sounds good. We bottom the Gingerbrute here. 1, 2, 3. It's just curvamentary. What could it be? Something in their hand perpetually has haste. Morning, thanks. A Jundland. Interesting. The Jundland could mean not actual factual goblins. There's got to be some kind of combos this card enables, right? Okay. Thanks for the 27 months, Eric. Welcome back. It's 21 months, Aether Wild. We'll animate a Blinkmoth here. Pump up the jam. Yeah, they still have yet to deploy whatever their haste threat is going to be. Every turn the board stalls is good for us, right? Like... Our friends get bigger, their friends stay the same. Definitely here for the board stalls. It's all about the board stalls, baby. So if we just do this, then we do this, and we equip this here. This is like a 2-turn clock, right? Your move, Yugi boy. Creature lands are busted, chip. And they have so much life gain in their deck. Yeah, Sentinel's drawn a lot of cards for their deck being a collected company deck. I'm pretty sure Sentinel boards out here. This is a Deccan Stone Aether Gust matchup. Or Spell Pierce for the girl matchup. Unfortunately, I only have Miscast, so that is not able to counter not able to counter Embercleave. Deccan Stone over Fateful. So we don't really want removal spells against Planeswalker decks. Like, I'm not going to board in Fateful Absence against blue-white control. I'd much rather be able to clear out multiple blockers. This is Dispel on Arena. It isn't, right? It's been a while since that card's been legal. Oh no, chat! They stole my Tempered Steel! Oh no! They cast my Tempered Steel, chat! Okay, well, unless they have like a Pyroclasm, this game's super over. Could have a sweeper here. Nope. Confirmed. Confirmed super over. Ooh, pump up the jam. Pump up the bump up the wump up the jam. I'm not gonna attack with my ground pounders because I don't want to run them into 4/4s here. Remove, Yugi boy. Such a powerful Magic the Gathering card. Hey, thanks for the biddies, Punk Dance. Good morning, good morning. Grunch? Question mark? Yeah, I agree, Violet. In order for the casting the Tempered Steel to be their play there, they must have just had like a bunch of 4s in hand, right? There's no way. That another 2 or 3 mana spell there. Well, solid example of what happens if Steel Overseer is allowed to hang out and run away with the game. Haley's been congested and waking up in the middle of the night the last couple of nights, Chip. It's not been good for my ability to sleep. With Tempered Steel and Standard, we got to play Blinkmoth Nexus with it instead of Blinkmoth like we're playing here. Is there an age restriction on NyQuil? There is. Also, even if there wasn't, I'm not sure it would necessarily even help her because I'm pretty certain she's been congested because she's teething. It's a pretty common thing. Really unfortunate that we didn't draw an artifact to cast the previous turn. Getting our Overseer removed here. Feel bad, man. So I'm just gonna get tempoed to hell and back here now. I'm glad they're okay from RSV. It could be really dangerous for little ones. It was a case of RSV that went through Haley's classroom at daycare, and one of the kids ended up at the children's hospital on event. Real scary stuff. Please brick. Please brick. like, almost qualifies, I think. I forgot the Overseer was summoning Sickness when I activated these. It caught me off guard there for a second, too. You saw me pause? I was like, wait, what? I mean, they could have gotten actual nothing. Would have been a full brick. Nothing. Good day, sir. Thanks for the 7 months, Jams. Welcome back. It's brutal. Man. I'm paying for one of these, and then we're playing a Steel Overseer. Creature land, yeah. Yeah, activating the creature lands to play the Thought Monitor is a good call. Although I don't know that I wanted to do this proactively. There's a chance I might have wanted to block with this, depending on how they attacked. I think I disagree with you that I'm supposed to activate it and jam like you're suggesting there. Like leaving the flexibility on the leaving myself flexibility on when I activate the Overseer has value. It largely just didn't matter because I like did nothing on turn 3 and they just like had plays every turn. We just lost too much tempo. They had a play that advanced their board and killed my thing, and I just like basically took a turn off because of the way my hand was. I think the tapped artifact duels that were in Modern Horizons 2 would be good additions to Historic, but I think things like Darksteel Citadel should. Well, I guess we're going to get Citadel eventually, right? That's a Pioneer card. But I'd really like the tapped artifact duels. Oh, is Drum Pioneer illegal? You're right that it is. Really bad at drawing spells today, champ. Sometimes lucky, question mark. Hey, just spells the rest of the game, please, deck. Neil! I'm timing you out. So I'm so tired of people parroting that lie in my chat. Neil, I'm going to tell you why I timed you out. You just said, Watsy said they're not doing anything specific for Pioneer on Magic Arena. That's not what they fucking said. It's Twitch chat needs to learn to like stop reading between the lines and seeing what they want to see. RQR Master X85, thank you for the 69 months. Nice. A long time and a nice number. Welcome back. So, for people that actually care about the facts, what Wizards of the Coast actually said was they were no longer investing into Pioneer Masters. And there's a lot of reasons that that could be the case. And my money on why they're not doing Pioneer Masters anymore, it would be because they figured out it's more profitable to instead have lots of smaller remaster sets instead of one big one. I would bet large money, someone ran the numbers and was like, no, we're going to be leaving money on the table if we do it this way. And we talked about this yesterday or the day before too. It's accurate. And so many people decided to take, we're not working on a Pioneer remaster set to mean Pioneer's dead and we're not bringing Pioneer to the platform. That's really not what it means. In fact, I would wager significant amounts of money that Arena will eventually have even Modern and Legacy. Magic the Gathering Online also started out as a standard-only platform that then slowly back-added the catalog of Magic the Gathering's older sets to it. Like, they're literally just following the exact same thing they did with Moto. And it didn't happen overnight, right? Like, Moto is 18 years old. It took them like a decade or more to get to Legacy, if I recall correctly. That's a big drop. These are my very large friends. Attack. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, exactly that. There's so much money in the wildcard structure, it would be no reason not eventually on for its chip. Think of how the Magic Arena economy works, chat, and then think about how many people in the world would almost assuredly pour piles of money in to get Modern decks and Pioneer decks and all these other things, right? Like, there's a lot of value to be sitting there. Can't wait to open Jumpstart packs to get my dual lands for Legacy. Mood. Good set of draws. They don't have a Skyclave here. It's where the magic happens. If I hit the right place, you are. Full series. Or I concede to a Thalia's Lieutenant here. Or to a Skyclave Apparition. I'll do too. So one thing I always like to point out, RG Price, and you're far from the only person to do this. So this isn't a call out to you specifically so much as just like a general commentary on how Magic players and card game players approach it, is you phrased that as I can't justify investing in MTGO. And it's so interesting the way Magic players especially have been trained to not think about Magic's expenses as this is my money that I'm spending on a hobby, so much as they've been beaten and trained into this position that, oh, Magic's an investment. And when you phrase it in that way, there's this big psychological aspect to it of like, that goes into justifying the price of it, right? You're like, oh, it's easier. It's like one thing to be like, oh, I'm gonna spend X dollars on this thing that I enjoy and it's a hobby. But it's another thing to be like, no, this is an investment. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, I think, and it's largely a culture thing in the Magic community, where like people, I think they even just do it subconsciously, right? Because it's just the way people like just talk about it casually. Alright, let's see what our Ingenious Smith can yield us here. Wow, some solid choices. Take Nettlecyst, we're a little bit too far off of playing the other one. Attack with this, it's a free roll, gain 1. I actually don't think the new turn spell is a big deal. I have some thoughts on it on Twitter here. Yeah, that new turn spell might actually be really good for Vodrok turns in Historic. I don't think it's gonna be super relevant in Standard. Thank you for the 3 years, Fish Lamp. Is that a 3rd tier to your castle? Welcome back. Sedge. The new turns card exiles itself. Yeah, so does Aldrin's. The exile doesn't really matter. Yeah, their 2-month subs have 2 tiers on their castle, and 3-year subs have 3 tiers on their castle. What are spells? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Heh, heh, heh. I mean, I think Vodrok turns was playable into Jeskai Control Impton. If you look back on the daily deck digest, we highlighted Vodrok turns pretty recently, actually. Like last week or the week before. It was one of the first videos I put up. Blightnin, thanks for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. It's got some enchantments too, right? Yeah, so it's gonna be +3/+3 now. And then they can actually eat 2 foods here, so I don't think I attack with Mouser. I think we just attack for 7. Yeah, lifelink, like the lifelink creature, the 8 1-mana lifelinkers go a long way to helping this deck grind. Especially in these creature matchups, they just give you longevity in these longer games. Oh. East are gonna have to start chump blocking here. think I'm going to start attacking with both of these now, because if they kill the Mouser like they're likely to, I can put the counters on the Blinkmoth. Man, that's a beat. I just like drew that naturally because they can't fight it with Trail of Crumbs. The problem is we're gonna lose this race now because they have 2 Ravenous Squirrels that are gonna get huge, and I no longer have a lifelink creature. Can only equip at sorcery speed, so I like can't slide this onto Mouser. Looking okay through our flood there for a little bit, but the fatal push I think means we're all done here. Come on, say yet. Thank you for the 11 months. And you push a flyer. So it's not the fall that kills the flyer, it's the actual push to the chest. Gotta savor the flavor. So it's basically just been my go-to here for boarding against. We played against a lot of creature matchups here so far. Esper Sentinel out against the minimal non-creature spell deck. Declaration in Stone, and I don't think they have enough non-creatures to make Sentinel good. Maybe Sentinel is good here. Would I rather cut if not Sentinel? I guess this one gets stonewalled pretty easily on the ground. Is Rip too narrow? Yeah, I think Rip is too narrow. Shuts off like exactly Cat Oven. I mean, Wizards markets Magic as a collectible, right? And collectibles incidentally are thought of as investments. So it's in the core design for sure. Time 1 drop, welcome to the party. Geeky Card's pretty playable, Mark. If you're into that sort of thing. Thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. Esper Reanimator also seems good in that format. Seen a few people rocking that. Nettlecyst has seen larger days for sure here. Welcome back, Jake. Okay. And then these will be extra large next turn when we drop Servo Expedition and fire up Blinkmoth Nexus. So it does give this +1/+1 because it adds an enchantment to the board at least. Then even post-Massacre, we're in an okay spot here. We've got Blinkmoth Nexus equipped this next turn. Man, Meat Hook is a sweeper they can find with Trail is like pretty gross. Hey, well, we get to gain a bunch of life here. Fire this up. We shocked to give this +2/+2, so we'll gain 2 extra and deal 2 extra. Down to 7. Another flying blocker here's pretty good. We are unfortunately no longer gaining life here because of the switches of it. And they're gonna start gaining life by sacrificing food. Down to 3. Our Tempered Seal is only an okay draw, really. I kind of would have preferred things that let us go wide. Man, Cat Double Oven Meat Hook is a lot of drain. Yeah, I think we're gonna get Eldrained out of this game, chat. So they get to draw what? They get to draw a bunch of cards here now. They get to drain us a bunch. They get to gain a bunch of life. No, they had food in play that they could eat, Clipsy. We're being L-drained. That's true. The fact that no, we don't even get to gain life, right? Because they have Revenant Squirrel activation available. I haven't done the math, but I think there's actually a chance we're dead on the backswing next turn. all while this is happening, they are like looping stuff and gate drawing cards. Wait, what? Did they punt? Oh, chat, they punted. Oh, they sacked the wrong one, chat. Sometimes lucky. Listen, we take those, okay? We take those. They sacked the. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I don't think we're not dead from 23, right? There's no way. There's no way we're dead from 23, chat. That can't possibly be correct. All right, so each sack is 3, 4, 5. Each sack loop is 5, so that's 10. And this was already 7. I think I have like 17 here. Oh, it's another oven, chat. The oven is +5 damage, chat. Oh, no. Oh, we're actually dead from 23. Oh, not like this. Not like this. Oh, yikes. Casually let your opponent gain 11 extra life with a misclick. Crush them anyways. It wasn't a punt, it was a flex. Oh, mood. They wanted to give us hope that we could live, just so they could dash it away. From the 8 p.m. to play the food deck, mood. Deck is so many clicks. Okay, I mean, we have Tempered Steel next turn into Crunch for 12. Our deck seems very bad against Esper Sentinel. We have a lot of non-creatures that we need to play on curve. We just can't afford to take off. Okay, going to 4 is a bold strategy. I have another Skyclave Apparition here, maybe? They have 3 lethal threats now. Yikes. we have another removal spell? Here's the question. Spin to win. Okay, neither of those are a removal spell, fam. Gingerbrute have been better as an unblockable. Maybe? I guess I had Nettlecyst too. Yeah, maybe that was the call with the Tempered Steel. It's a good shout. I think we're just chilling for a turn, at least. The problem, I have the Steel Overseer, but they have so many cards in hand, right? Their aspirants aren't that different from my Overseer. Thalia's Lieutenant as well. Trying to figure out where they want to put their counters to best counteract my Steel Overseer. We'd have won this if I took the Gingerbrute for sure. Do we just equip Nettlecyst to Mouser and start crunching? It'll be a 12 next turn, potentially. We just start gaining, like, massive chunks of life, so that way if they ever swing the board stall in their favor, we're... Yeah, I think we just want to put them under the abyss. Let me Pikachu. Thanks for the 20 months. Welcome back. Whoa, Samiri. Thanks for the 10 sub-gifts. That's incredibly generous of you. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our newest members of Hooglandia. BT Dubs, new members of Hooglandia and subs in general. My sub survey is up in the Discord server. I appreciate everybody that takes a second to fill that out. Gift subs can cast a vote too. In addition to normal questions about which parts of my content you enjoy and what formats you'd like me to focus on, there's also a vote in there for what format you'd like to see the next Hooglandia Open be later this month. All right, chat, let's click the right one. No haste creatures over there. Secretly the best card in the deck, chat. Maybe not so secretly. Esper Sentinel seems not amazing against her deck. Again, just boarding in Deck and Stone in the creature matchup. Yeah, you can tell it's the best card of the deck, chat, because it's from Eldraine. You're aware that there are some buggy things in Mass Effect. I mean, no software is perfect. Vaughn, thanks for the follow. I think Human Company is a very good choice. It's a good mix of proactive and interactive cards. It's been one of the better performing decks for a little bit. What's your Discord name, Faithless Princess? If you're not seeing channels, it sounds like the integration is bugged out. And if that's the case, I might need to ping Discord support. Because the channel should be hidden by default, but you should get the Twitch sub role. Yeah, I mean something was clearly wrong with your Zeckles, but like what they're talking about is functionally different. Okay, yeah, that sounds like what Zeckles is having. Yeah, I don't see a faith in the server currently. Not being able to see channels is very different than not having the button in the connections tab. Dear Twitch, please give me the ability to email my subscribers again. Hopefully by next year. Yeah, this is fine. One drop into Overseers, pretty reasonable. Yeah, definitely Clipsy. Lost probably like 20 to 30% of the responses I would typically get, only being able to post it in Discord and not being able to email it to people. It's a pretty significant drop off. Try and get Overseer going here rather than interacting with their Lumiarch right away. Vicky! Thank you for the 26 months. Welcome back. Huh. Do we kill Resplendent Cathar or the Aspirant? I think I want to get rid of the Aspirant. This doesn't matter a whole ton if we could just keep blocking their stuff, right? Now do I servo and start pumping those up, or do I deck in stone this turn? I think it's just deck in stone. And then next turn, we can servo into Thought Monitor. Pump up all of our friends. I will say I think the number that makes me most happy on the Hooglandia survey is that only, what is this, 2% of people that have responded to the survey said they didn't know we started new YouTube channels. So at a minimum, I've done a good job promoting those. Which, speaking of, if you haven't seen those, the Daily Deck Digest posted a highlight this morning, just like it does every day. Great place to find some edited Magic content for me that gets rid of some of the downtime we have on stream. Flawless segue from shilling one thing into another. Friendo. The attack with this is fine. They shouldn't have attacked the other one, right? Because I could eat it for free. So we'll go block, animate Blinkmoth, activate Steel Overseer. I mean, Thalia is definitely playable in Standard. The question isn't, is Thalia playable? The question is Thalia enough of a hate card to make the Epiphany decks not be the thing the format is all about? Which that'll remain to be seen. Can't know that without actually playing games. Yeah, they could have kept their 1/1 if they wouldn't have attacked with it. Wasn't mono white already great against Epiphany? Not by that much. I would encourage you to check out Meta Monday for the matchup breakdowns. Look at this 1-mana Muldrifter, chat. It's good beats. Treasure Vault coming in clutch there. And now, even if they find a piece of removal for Steel Overseer, we're going to get one more big pump at a minimum, and then Nettlecyst is going to let us pressure in the air very elegantly here. All right, with our Thought Monitor. Double poke. Oh, this triggering Thalia's Lieutenant when it attacks is pretty good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and block here and keep the rest of these alive. I think the plan is actually, rather than Nettlesysting the Thought Monitor, I think we just throw it on the Mouser here. We just, like, gain an incredible amount of life. Oh, I guess they can fog us for a turn, though, right? Maybe we just do this and pause for a turn. Sorry. Needed to add a new filtered phrase to my YouTube keywords. I had Trump 2020 automatically filtered out of YouTube comments to catch it, to make sure the shitheads couldn't post comments. I had to add Trump 2024 after a comment that we just got. Yeah, that's exactly what I had to add. It's funny. The duality of YouTube comments was on the zombie video. What one comment was, great games, great costume, great politics. Can you get any more based? Immediately followed by Trump 2024. So we told the fascists to fuck off and then removed their ability to post future comments on the channel. And the funny thing is, like, about comments like that, it really shows, like, how awful politics are on the right. Is like, I didn't even say anything negative, I don't believe, about Republicans or Trump in that video. I simply talked about the good things that were still contained in the infrastructure bill that's being negotiated in the Senate still. As is frequently the case, they didn't engage with any of the actual points. They just, like, spewed their team talking point. Yeah, it's not about actually, like, making people's lives better or improving things or, like, having actual values. It's just, like, they're wearing team colors and they want to own the libs. I just want to, like, for people, to give you context of, like, how important some type of infrastructure being passed in the United States is, in the before times, so this was going on 2 years ago, between here and Chicago, there's a bridge on I-80. I clicked through giving this a counter because we were talking. There's a bridge on I-80 where there's literally a billboard talking about how it hasn't passed inspections or something or other like that. And it's just like, well, I make a point to go around that bridge when I can, because eventually that one's gonna end up in a not so great spot. Like, the United States in general has, like, not done a major infrastructure investment in a really long time. And it's not just like, that's just like my anecdotal example from my own pseudo local. Like, there's a lot of things like that around a lot of the country. Like, we need to invest in our people. Thanks for the 5 months, Carnage. Welcome back. Skyclave, Apparition, or Brutal Cathar better in the format? I think Skyclave Apparition tends to be a little bit better in general. The fact that Skyclave Apparition doesn't give them back the card that you took is a big deal. Ooh. Well, if they have another angel here, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Most of the bridges in the United States are graded D or F by military engineers. That doesn't surprise me. Well, if they find a +2/+2 angel here, probably dead. Yeah. Wow, and they had choices there too. I do have double Steel Overseer here, so like. Okay, so The format for the next open is currently a lot like when I asked Christy what she wants for dinner. It essentially currently says, I don't know, you pick. It's very split, chat. With this Vault Skirge, we might get into a game here where the life totals just go in the wrong direction. I'm not here to stand specifically Biden Lagrange. In fact, you're newer to the channel. During the Democratic primary, I had a Bernie Sanders banner on the stream, and I donated a couple $100 to his campaign. It isn't about liking Biden personally or agreeing with every decision that his administration makes, because I don't. It's about acknowledging the reality that he's done good things and has the potential to do more good things before he leaves office. Wait, what am I missing? Why did they attack with this? Did they just mess up? They just messed up, right? Because this is a 6/6. Is there any onboard trick I'm missing? I'm not, right? They just messed up. Well, the angel's actually sorcery speed. Yeah, to quote myself from my Twitter last night, don't let perfect stand in the way of good. I mean, for what it's worth, Patrick, I think even your messaging there is kind of shitty. The he falls short in most areas is very defeatist and doesn't acknowledge reality and isn't constructive or specific. So like you could call out and point out specific things where there's been instances where he's fallen short, but to just generically be like, nah, it's mostly bad, it's just not true, right? Like, as is the case, like, when we're talking about Magic, too, just, like, you know, be constructive, be specific, generate a conversation. It might have been wrong to not equip Nettlecyst to my Vault Skirge there. I don't think we're dead in the air. I'm gonna have, these each get +3, so this is 9 and this is 4. So I'm at effectively 20 here. Both our life totals are going in the upward direction. Biden falls short in most areas. I mean, your implication there is that it's mostly bad. Just for reference. All right, so if I block here, I take 10. And I'm gaining 9, so I'm going to take 1 down to 6 effectively, so that's fine. They get a 3/3 out of this. And then I think it's about time for us to go on the offensive with the Nettlecyst, right? Maybe not quite yet. So next turn I'm gonna have both of these. So this can keep attacking, and they can keep just taking their whatever. And then we stand to gain, this is 13, we stand to gain 19 next turn. So we can go block, block. They still don't have great attacks here, right? It's like passable. There basically like isn't another payoff card I want to play in this slot. And Ingenious Smith like incidentally gives us like extra density on our cards we really care about. Like finds our Nettlecysts and our draw twos more consistently. We've not seen the combo out of our opponent yet. Is Vault Skirge better than Thought Monitor? I think another Vault Skirge is better than Thought Monitor, right? Look at us working their life total down, chat. Any day now, we're gonna get them back down. We're getting close. We got them on the ropes. If they ever draw a non-creature spell, we're gonna draw some cards. Okay, I mean, there's some big chunks. And then next turn, I'm going to equip the Mouser with the 2 Nettlecysts and start gaining ourselves life, and then we should be in the clear for the most part. Yeah, imagine navigating this board state on mobile. And we're still not dead, right? Because like these are, yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't have attacks here. We'll figure it out if they attack, but I don't think we need to count it. I don't think they're attacking. They are. This does mean they start making more angels per turn, though. Is worth noting. Is Rena going to die? It handles big numbers pretty okay. Even just one hit with this stabilizes our life total to the point that's pretty reasonable. They might block with a bunch of angels here, honestly. which would be fine. Like, we'll put this to a 31-31, and then we'll be at 34. We'll put some counters over here. I mean, I'm surprised they're not at least... They should at least be chump blocking, right? They might stack block this. They should at least be chump blocking. So we're at 36. This is 37-47. So we're at a virtual 76-83. And we can block 3 of these things. It's kind of funny that, like, we could draw Tempered Steel and it wouldn't really do anything, huh? I'm actually a little bit behind on clock at the moment. We should probably play a little faster. Wait, why are we attacking with the Resplendent Angel? Wait, what? Why? Friendo. I think this is this a I'm tired attack? Okay, I mean, we take those, I guess. Not dead, right? This is 24. We're alive by a lot, right? Yeah. Yeah, alive by a lot. Okay, good stuff. I mean, to be fair to the opponent, I don't think they were winning that game. I'm pretty sure we were incredibly ahead. Yeah, the attack all hope we make a mistake, like, if they were assumed they were out of it anyways. It was definitely a I'm tired attack. Yeah, definitely. Imagine playing Angels and not liking board stalls. To be fair, they usually break the board stalls and kill you relatively quickly, right? We've got 1 drop into Steel Overseer again. There really isn't, like, dedicated artifact team in this format. Like, there aren't really artifact decks like you see in things like Modern. I mean, like, Disenchant is legal, but it's not really a Magic card people play. Like, there are artifact cake cards that exist, but, like, they don't really see play. There are 2 copies of Karn, Scion of Urza in our sideboard of this deck. Is Shatterstorm legal? I think Shatterstorm's legal in this format, right? If I recall correctly. They attack with this for jump blocking or retreating. It is, yeah. I thought so. It's definitely playing an untapped land. The question is, I think it's Animate Blinkmoth. I think it's Animate Blinkmoth. Hit them for 2. Keep their life total down here a little bit so they can't start making angels. Yeah, Ancient Grudge is legal too. Has Artifacts ever been a top deck in Standard? Yeah, during Mirrodin sets. Even during Scars, there were artifact decks running around. They weren't as dominant as the original Mirrodin, but... Yeah, Steel Overseer going unanswered in this deck. Generally most people can't race it. GG. I guess they could, like, theoretically have a sweeper here, right? I suppose. They do have black mana. Aspirant is strong, yes. What about aspirant for your entire board? Mood. Okay. They're dead to Blinkmoth Nexus, but, you know. Creature lands! Creature lands! Creature lands! Crunch. Crunch. Dust On. Dust On's a cute one. It doesn't always kill their board. Sometimes it's just one-sided. Significantly faster than the first game, yeah. These games are pretty reasonable. This deck still seems pretty decent. I think this deck's just a good mix of things in general. I think the lifelink 1-drops, along with our various ways to pump them up, give us a lot of very reasonable play against the creature decks like we saw there. Thought Monitor gives us a touch of grind. I think having access to cards like Miscast and a little bit of extra grind like Karn out of the sideboard gives us a lot of play into things like Jeskai Control and 5-color Niv. So I think if you're looking for a kind of off-the-beaten-path, aggressively slanted deck in this format, I think this is a very reasonable choice for doing that. This is not the first time we played this. This is the first time we played it since Memory Lapse has been suspended, and it felt very good and reasonable. So check it out if you're looking for something nice.